Boys, it's fucking chinned. I lost my voice. What the fuck did I just watch? UFC 324 just went down. Honestly, all in all, a pretty bad card leading up to the main event. At least disappointing because a lot of these main card matchups didn't deliver, other than, of course, Gene Silva. Um, Starting from my picks, I went 7-2 on this card. The picks I got wrong were the Energy fight, and then obviously the main event. Um, I guess starting with the prelims, Ty Miller looked pretty damn good. He was low key fighting a punching bag, but pretty damn impressive KO anyways. Like his kickboxing is really good, but he's just very green. I think in the future he could grow to be a much better fighter, but he was getting hit a lot, honestly, by a guy who he very frankly shouldn't be getting hit by. The Hokett fight, I thought Freeman would do a lot better than he did. That was, I don't even know what to call this one. He did not. Josh Hokett fought a fucking ghost. I don't know what the fuck happened there. Um, Alex Perez knocked out Charles Johnson. I'm lucky happy this happened. I called that this would definitely be a lot closer than what people thought. And the energy glaze needs to stop. I get it. He has one impressive win, but everybody has a win that ages incredibly. Like everybody does. It's just Michael Johnson has a knockout win over Poirier, which is one that's famously brought up. Like people need to understand just because you have one impressive win and you go on a streak of beating like low key cans in your division, like it doesn't make you awesome. And he got one little. He finally got his ranking fight, his ranked fight, and he got flatlined. I'm happy I got that one wrong because I was rooting for Perez for sure. Um, Krylov, I got right. I thought he'd sub him, but it was just a slow fight. This was a really weird one. Krylov looked good though. He obviously wasn't going balls to the wall like he usually does. Um, at the end of the day, I feel like Krylov is probably going to get chinned again down the line, but Bukowskis was never going to beat him, in my opinion. This Gaethje fight was really, really bizarre. I was really excited when he dropped him in the first like 10 seconds because I just thought it would be a funny just mow through him. But honestly, this just shows me that Gautier has a lot to work on. I'm sure most people would agree. Puliev is not a good fighter, and Gautier struggled to knock him out um, with that type of power. But then again, he showed a good gas tank, which I think is all you need, really, if you're that powerful. He needs to add some body shots, though. Like, he's got a good kick and he's got a good knee in the clinch when he gets you up against the fence, but I think he would definitely benefit from adding some body shots, Gautier. Um, the Umar fight, it was your typical Nurmagomedov. Just he just laid on him. Just crotch sniffing performance. Boring fight. Figgy looked shit too, but Figgy's looked like shit for a while now against actual people that matter to beat and not Montel Jackson. So the Gene Silva fight was badass. Everybody picked against Gene Silva because they don't like him. Whatever the fuck. Gene Silva's the goat. I fucking love this motherfucker. I thought he'd chin him though. Arnold Allen, man, that boy tough. I did not anticipate that. That was fucking awesome. Incredible fight. Um, Gene Silva's a funny ass dude, bro. What the fuck was that at the end? He fucking jumped on his back and started flying. That was fucking weird. This guy is true autism. Yeah, I thought Gene Silva would knock him out. Arnold Allen's just fucking tough, man. I guess I underrated Arnold Allen's chin, which I'll do a lot. Everybody does that, but I'm just happy Gene Silva won. There's just a lot of bad press on Gene Silva these days. Like similar to the Energy fight, I don't like it when the fan base, like when the MMA hardcore fan base, people like Energy because he knocked out Joshua Van. Everybody starts calling, oh, he's the uncrowned champ. He's the uncrowned champ. People go nuts on Gene Silva because he beats Bryce Mitchell and yeah, no, Gene Silva's fucking awesome. I hope people respect him at least after this. I mean, at the very least, you're gonna get a banger. I don't know. People could dislike him, but the Rose fight was honestly, I know I didn't give my pick for it. Rose fucking won that fight. No, I mean I wasn't paying too much attention, but I swear to God, Rose won that. Um, I don't actually give a fuck. Natalia Silva's gonna go on and have a boring 5 round decision with Shevchenko, and people are gonna be calling for Shevchenko to get cut. So that's gonna be a nice fucking nap. I picked Waldo. I was right. Um, I don't know what the fuck Derek Lewis was doing. I shouldn't even be talking about this fight. This was just terrible. Waldo looked terrible. Derek looked terrible. Every once in a while, Derek goes into a fight and it looks like he was paid to just fucking fall on his face. This happened against Gon. It's just weird, weird. I don't really have a lot of things to say about Waldo. He's probably gonna get beat down the line, but once again, I have to say he's building up to have one of the craziest chins in UFC heavyweight history, and maybe that ages completely poorly. Maybe he goes on to get knocked out 10 times in a row and gets cut from the UFC, but there's just something about him, man. He gets hit. He got hit a few times by D. Lew, and he did not even care. So it's interesting. Watch out for this guy's chin. If you're betting against him, bet him to lose by decision. That's fucking chin on him. Um, a lot of people are talking about this O'Malley fight like it was impressive and shit, and yeah, it was good, but like just like Derek Lewis, Song has performances where he low key just stands there, and he looked good in the first round and a half, and then he just started plodding towards O'Malley and not doing a thing. Not throwing a jab. Every once in a while, he'd fucking wind up that big overhand right, and O'Malley was countering him. Like, just not a very entertaining fight. I thought O'Malley would finish him late. He almost did with the knee, I guess. Not really. O'Malley looked good, but between him and Umar, who were both fighting for title fights, for title shots on the card, I just say fuck them both and give Merab the trilogy because I think that's what we all want to see, especially given the fact that they're 1-1, Merab and Jan, and their last fight was awesome. I obviously O'Malley can put on the best possible fight with Jan, but as far as O'Malley or Umar being deserving of a title shot, I say just give it to Merab. I don't think either of these performances warranted a title shot. But regardless, O'Malley won the fight. It's a good bounce back. You don't want to go on 3 losses in a row. If he does get a title shot, I won't be upset because, as I said, the Jan rematch is a massive deal. Massive deal. If they put that on the White House, even more so, that would be fucking badass. Um, yeah, good win from O'Malley. Song just he's weird. He just stands there sometimes. It's hard to pick him. It's one of the reasons I was so adamant that he'd get finished. But yeah, weird lack of volume from O'Malley, I must say. But regardless, good win, good win. And then I don't even know what to say about this fucking main event. I picked Paddy by early finish, and I will say that in my prediction, I said I thought Gaethje would get a hold of him and start piecing him up in the clinch and he'd lay that fucking beautiful ass uppercut on his fucking chin, and he'd drop him. That's what I said in my prediction, and I said that Paddy would get back up and eventually get the takedown and then submit Gaethje or drop him and submit him, whatever it would be. I said that Paddy would get dropped and come back up and win, and I was wrong. I couldn't have been more wrong. During the fight, I thought that Paddy would find the kill shot, but now that I've seen it all unfold, I mean, Gaethje really put a beating on him. I'm surprised that Paddy didn't go in with a more grappling centered game plan. Like, he definitely wanted to get it to the ground, no doubt, but there was definitely a large part of his training that centered around him being able to stand with Gaethje, and there's definitely a part of him that thought he could knock out Gaethje. He was saying it a lot in the build up to the fight, and he fought like he thought he could knock out Gaethje. And I think that if they fought again, sure, he could knock out Gaethje because he's got heavy hands, but I fucked up. I've been saying this to myself for years and years and years and years now. Ever since Gaethje's been in the UFC, I've been saying this to myself. I pick against Gaethje every once in a while, and he'll win. And at the end of the day, it's you never pick against Gaethje in a dogfight. And I don't know why I looked at this matchup and thought it's not going to be a dogfight. I picked Fiziev against Gaethje in the first fight, and then I picked Gaethje in the second fight. But the first time I picked Fiziev, sorry, thinking that Gaethje couldn't handle the striking, and he couldn't handle the speed, and he couldn't handle the hooks, the weird, the Muay Thai, just the very very just pure Muay Thai style that Fiziev has that Gaethje doesn't deal with too much in his career. And it makes you realize after the fight happens that Gaethje cannot lose a dogfight. Period. If you have money on him, you're in good hands. And I realized that again. I've been telling that to myself for years, and I keep picking against Gaethje, and I paid for it. But I'm, at the end of the day, more than impressed at just the quality of the fight. This card was struggling. I mean, the Ty Miller fight, it started out nice, like it started out really fun. The Energy fight was awesome. The Krylov fight was like low key fucking boring till the finish. That was a really weird finish. The Gauthier fight sucked. The Umar fight sucked. The Gene Silva fight was great, but then you had it. Then you had three just like eh. The Rose fight sucked. The Delu fight was terrible. The O'Malley fight was okay. Like it really was an underwhelming pay per view. And at the end of the day, bro, you can fucking count on Gaethje. You can always count on Gaethje. There's no person that does it better than him other than Yuri Prohaska, might I say. There's no person that does it better other than Yuri in the UFC when it comes to being the most exciting, marketable slugger in the history of the sport. Gaethje is fucking sick for this. And this fight is one of the greatest back and forth title fights I've seen in my life because Paddy had his moments. There were a lot of moments like late in some of these rounds where Paddy was getting fucking bobbled all around the ring, all around the cage. Sorry, I've been watching a lot of fucking Zuffa boxing. Fucking disaster. I'm a disaster. Where Gaethje's just bobbling him around the cage, and Paddy would fucking catch him, and you think, oh shit, Paddy Loki caught him. But Gaethje would never go to his knees. Gaethje never got dropped. Paddy got dropped a couple times. Gaethje never got dropped. And I think that if Paddy got him down in any way, shape, or form, if he took him down, if he knocked him down, he would have snatched up a sub and won the fight. But Gaethje's got a fucking chin on him, man. And it's never that simple. And I thought it was that simple. I'm going to eat this one on the chin. I really did think Paddy would just go in, have a hard time a little bit, which I'm happy I predicted, but I thought he'd just get up and mow through him after he realized, okay, I can't fuck with this guy on the feet. I got to take him down. That's really what I thought would happen. And I was wrong. It's one of the best back and forth title fights I've ever watched. Gaethje, I believe, at least in these lower weight classes, is the oldest interim champion of all time. I could be wrong. I'm not even fact checking that. 37 is crazy. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I am overwhelmingly impressed by Gaethje, and Paddy's stock went up too. If people don't think that Paddy's stock went up from this, I mean, the marketing first off for this fight was pretty incredible. I saw people online saying they weren't even thinking about this card, or it just doesn't feel like fight week. Like if you watch like mainstream sports, like if you're watching any of the NBA or the NFL, marketing for this fight was everywhere. And there's no doubt Paddy definitely just gained a lot of fans. And he's probably going to have to fight Dan Hooker next, which is a big grudge match and could definitely headline or co-main. It could headline a fight night in London or it could co-main a pay-per-view in London. So I'd love to see that. That should be his bounce back. And Gaethje is going to go on and fight Ilya. And if that happens at the White House, I mean, you know, we all think Ilya is going to knock out Gaethje. I get it. But there's something about this guy when he's an overwhelming underdog that you just can't pick against him in a dogfight. That's the bottom line. That's the lesson learned. You cannot pick against Justin Gaethje in a fucking war. It doesn't work. It won't work. Everybody picked Fiziev to beat him. He lost badly. Everybody picked Poirier to beat him. He lost badly. Don't pick against Justin Gaethje. He will make you pay for the pick. This has been Chinned. UFC 324 wrapped up. We're looking at UFC 325 next week. Volk versus Lopez. That's going to be a fucking terrible fight. I'll come out with a video ranting about it soon. See you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching. What a banger.